Well, I'm trying a different camera angle today. Going with a medium angle. See what that looks like. I'm going to try to go for a long ride. I don't know. I don't feel too great. I'm determined that with my current settings, my camera battery lasts about 45 minutes. I carry an extra battery on me, but I usually don't have to use it. Now to kind of get back into what I was talking about when my battery cut out, I was talking about my dad had a Chevy Silverado. It was worth about $7,000, and my sister Jamie was supposed to sell the car to her mom Rhonda, and we were supposed to split the money up between us 4 kids. And Jamie ended up just giving the car to her mom, or the truck to her mom, because Jamie's financially stable. She works for a bank or some shit, so she didn't need the money. So she just gave the truck to her mom, and that's one thing my dad specifically said in his will he did not want to happen. Because in the divorce settlement, he got the truck. So I don't understand how the executor of your will can just like completely disregard what you have in your will. And they were all like, when he was like, they were all teary-eyed when they showed up to say their goodbyes when he was dying in the hospital. They were like, oh, we miss our dad, oh my god, all this shit. And then they took off and ripped me off and ripped each other off, because it's the kind of fucking people they are. And what else was it? And it's like, if they cared so fucking much about him, why did they abandon him in California and all fuck off to Oklahoma? They all left him here. His fucking, my half sister kind of went with her mom, I guess. I don't know. I don't blame her, but my 2 stepsisters, they all just left. When he has his family here, he had me and he had my mom. We ended up taking him in the last couple of years of his life. He didn't know how bad his health was at the time. He was living with us when he died. So I was literally sharing my room with him. I had a bed in there, and he had to sleep on a recliner because he couldn't breathe when he was laying down. Like, same problems I have. Apparently it's hereditary. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. The only thing holding him here originally was he was working at, his last job, he was working at Lowe's in the electrical department at Lowe's. And then he had to quit because he became disabled. And part of that, again, is due to my stepmom. Apparently when she was going through menopause, her sex drive went through the fucking roof, and he couldn't keep up, and that was part of their relationship, apparently. So he started taking medication and shit to enhance his performance, so to speak, and it killed him. His doctor prescribed it to him, even though after they tested him, told him he shouldn't take it, but they still prescribed it to him. And it ended up fucking him up. So, you know, he did everything he could to save his relationship with my stepmom, my ex-stepmom, and she just still chewed him up, spit him out, and kicked his ass to the curb. That's the kind of person she is. I could understand if the divorce was like amicable and they were cool and they were still friends, but she fucked off to fucking Oklahoma. And then, like, when they came back to visit him in the hospital, my stepmom sitting there telling me, oh, you know, I see your dad in there, but I don't really care. I don't love him anymore. I don't give a shit. I could care less about his condition. And I'm like, why are you telling me that? I don't want to know that shit. My dad's dying in the fucking hospital. and you're talking to him like he's talking to me about him like he's a piece of shit, dude. It's like, that's fucked up. And I had to grow up with those fucking people. So yeah, my childhood was all kinds of fucking fun. Not only that, I was picked on and bullied in school all the way up to high school. That was a fucking nightmare. So I was getting picked on and bullied at home, picked on and bullied at school. Like the kids, like they would gang up on me and shit. But one time we were, I had friends when I was in elementary school, but one time we were playing like two-hand touch football or whatever, because you can't play tackle football in fucking elementary school, obviously. But and all of a sudden they were all, Larry, look out! And I look over, and like the whole fucking school was charging my ass, other than the people I was playing the game with. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I actually managed to make it about halfway through them before like the biggest fucking girl in our class, which was really embarrassing for me, knocked me down. She was like bigger than me. She was like taller than me. She was like stronger than me. I was this lanky, scrawny kid. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then they got up and they all just walked away, and I'm like, what the hell was that all about? And they used to like wait after class for me, like they would gang up on me, but I didn't obviously go out the door they were at because I'm not a fucking moron. I went a different way. Because at the school I was at, North Park Elementary, there were all kinds of different ways out of that school. So I just pick a different way to go every time. But like that shit all stopped when I hit 9th grade. I had like a massive growth spurt. I literally grew about a foot over the summer and put on like a good bit of muscle and shit. So yeah, I wasn't fun to pick on anymore, so it stopped. It was okay to pick on a kid who can't fight back, but it's no fun to pick on a kid who can now kick the living shit out of you. So that was fun. I got revenge on a couple of them when I was in elementary school. There was this big fat kid named Basim. He had a cool name, but he was an asshole. And like he used to pick on me because I'm assuming he had self-esteem issues about his weight. So he like tried to knock me down one time. And North Park at the time has this really big hill in front of it. It used to be grass, now it's cement. But when it was grass, so I grabbed him and I fell down. And no, that was somebody else. The fucking Basim was fat. He was roly-poly. He tripped one day and rolled down the hill. And everybody was laughing at his ass. That was like the ultimate revenge for me. And this is coming from a fat guy's perspective, so I'm not some skinny dude talking about fat people. I'm fat. I'm allowed to talk about fat people. I've eaten the right to talk about fat people. But this other dude used to pick on me, him and his buddy. And like, he tried to push me down the hill, and I grabbed his arm and I kicked him. As I went down, I kicked him in the stomach because I pulled him on top of me and I launched him down the hill. And then I, of course, got up and ran away because I didn't want to get beat up, but it was pretty funny. Yeah, so there's that. That's pretty much all the negative shit I want to get off my chest. Doesn't really make me feel good to talk about it. It just makes my stress and my anxiety go up. That burp's what I think about that. Well, the weather's gotten a lot nicer. It's nice and cool out here. And I can tell because people are driving a lot less aggressively. They're a lot less impatient and a lot less pissed off about being fucking super hot all the time. All I know is back in the 80s, it may have been smoggy, but it wasn't this fucking hot. I remember being able to go outside in the summer and play and be all rambunctious as a child, and now you go outside and you just want to turn around and go right back inside during the summer around here. But I do appreciate the cleaner air. It sucked going out when it was smoggy, man. Go home, you'd be playing all day and having a great time, go home and relax for an hour, then you couldn't fucking breathe and your chest hurt. That wasn't fun. Thought I heard a spoke snap or something. I think I may have heard of someone with a nail gun. There's some guys working on a house back there. It's like they're doing roofing on it. I know so far this ride looks pretty much similar to other rides I do. What I want to try to do today is go up Hallmark out to Palm Avenue and then work my way back, but I don't know, it's kind of a long ass ride, and granted the return trip's mostly downhill, so if I start getting super low on battery I can just mostly use the front motor and coast. But it depends how I feel, because I woke up not feeling great again, and it took me a couple hours to get out here as it is. I still don't feel too great. You know what I think I'm just going to go straight out, the hell way am I going to go? I'm not even on Kendall. I'm going to go down University down to Kendall, make a right, and go up to campus and just go around that way. I really don't feel like doing Hallmark today. I mean, I have a battery pack at home I could add to my setup. It's one of my roommate's old packs I switched out for him. It'd give me a little bit more range. I'd hook it up to the rear controller in parallel with the other battery pack. I'm starting to wonder if one of my front batteries isn't like holding as much capacity anymore, because it's about 3 years old, so it would kind of make sense with how frequently I ride that it wouldn't be holding as much of a charge anymore. Oh, the Cal State looks like it's back in full swing now. I think they just started after yesterday, because yesterday was Labor Day. There have been students there, but I think they were just like getting settled in and stuff. I don't know what it is, but when I see cranes off in the distance, you know, like work cranes, it like bugs the shit out of me. It like messes with my perspective of things. I got like, my eyesight's weird. The way I process things I see is weird sometimes. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on my record light on my camera to make sure about when the battery dies. But I don't know if changing the camera angle is going to increase the amount of time I have before it dies. I am not going to squeeze past this bus, man. No freaking way. I've been damn near hit by so many buses in San Bernardino, it's crazy. They know I'm there, they just don't care. Funny thing is, it's cool right now, and it'll be cool for a little while, but like the middle of September, we get this like massive heat wave again. And sometimes it'll last like all the way to like the middle of October. And then I'm going to cut back around behind Cal State on the way back. I mean, it looks like it's really interesting to ride around here, but when you do it almost every day, it just gets boring. So I said if I had people to ride with, I wouldn't be boring, and I'd have people to talk to and be more interesting, but it's like there's nobody here to ride with. bag tried to attack me. Damn it. Not really trying to conserve power right now. Man, starting to regret those 2 frozen burritos I had for breakfast. Jesus. For some reason this bike really does not like turning when I'm going downhill. Like if I try to do more of a square turn to like merge over into a different lane like I was back there, I have to like brake kind of hard. It just does not want to turn. And my stem's not stiff enough, and it's like nice and loosey-goosey like it's supposed to be, so. Let's check the voltage on my freaking battery here. Yeah, it is getting a little low. Yeah, so basically I'm just heading home now. It's too bad. I really wanted to go for a long ride today. I'm going to try tomorrow, I guess. Oh, camera's still recording, obviously, because you're hearing me say the camera's still recording. So hopefully I can make it home before the battery cuts out, because I'm not going to stop to change it this close to home. It's kind of pointless. Not talking too much now, I'm just not feeling too good. I'm just trying to get home. At least that truck stopped for me. It slowed down. That was cool. I thought he was going to go. That's rare around here. I tried to find 54 volt batteries online, and all I could find are 52, so maybe I'm just thinking wrong. I think I wanted a 52 volt battery pack, a couple of those. I don't know why I got confused and thought 54. I'm thinking because when a 48 volt battery is charged up all the way, it starts at about 54 volts, and that's what I was thinking about. So I'm thinking what, like a 52 would be like, what, 58 volts or something? I do know that I swear an awful lot, but you know what? It's been happening since I was a kid, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the shit I went through growing up. And other kids be like, "Oh my," at school would be like, "No, you gotta stop swearing so much. You're gonna get us in trouble." I'm like, "Where do you fucking see any fucking teachers around? They're nowhere around. That's why all these fights and shit happen and nobody gets in trouble. That's why you guys can pick on me all the fucking time, because there's nobody fucking around." I don't know if they were pecking at her or nothing there. Ooh, look at that. Alright, well, that's the ride. Battery stayed on this whole time. That was cool. If you enjoyed the video, like it. Please subscribe. Make some comments. Interact. It'd be freaking awesome. I'd like to talk to some people. If you're in the San Bernardino area and you want a buddy to ride around with, hit me up. Don't try to steal from me, though, because I'll kick the shit out of you if you do. That's pretty much it. Have a great day.